that's bad. Okay, whoa. Six people. Yeah, 6 people watching. Oh, let's put me on screen. I'm so sorry. I was looking for a file. I really need it. And I was using a TeamViewer to just search through my computer in the office because I'm streaming from home. So, yeah, let's see. Why aren't you working? I mean, you were working before, right? Ah, yeah, because of this. Okay, so to come back to what I actually wanted to talk about. My setup here, the streaming setup. So let's change the camera. And as you can see, and it's the old logo. I'm no longer using that, so let's peel it off. I'm using the Cakewalk UA 25X. I think you can't buy it any longer. It was something around 250 euro. And it's a really nice device. It's so great. It has like this really awesome preamps. And so phantom power, just a stereo signal. And yeah, there is my microphone. Just gonna remove here the charger. And again, you have this fucking logo. It's the SE Electronic 2000, and I think they are also not selling this any longer. And I don't really know why, because it's a really, really fucking great microphone. It's like, it was $100. It's it has like this really nice raspy voice you can get. And then I have like this machine I actually bought for a job. And it was like $2,300, I think, and it's just like a 2080. And actually, that, holy shit, this sucks dust like nothing. And there's some i7 and like 2 SSDs inside. And of course, I have my display. Just bought it. It's like this 1440p. And here's like just a remote like a portable display. It's really not that great because you have to use mini HDMI and USB-C to power, and you can't just like go in. And it wasn't actually that much cheaper to other ones, so not the best one. Definitely going to go for the Acer one you can buy by now, which takes, I think, USB-C alternate mode with Thunderbolt, so I can just put it in the back of my PC here, which has with the 2080 DVR link, so you can just use like this. Okay, so enough of this real world stuff here. And let's get back to yeah, let's get just back to what we actually wanted to do. I wanted to do some GLSL stuff in the sequencer. Because right now, so let's maybe just create a sequence here. Oh, I see. That's unfortunate. So let's just turn this one off and turn this one on, because I think it should still work. So you can see these blue ones. Yeah, so he's walking through. Let's just disable this. And let's maybe, so it's faster for us. And let's put in a delay also of 1 second. Okay, so you see the yellow one and you see the green one. And oh, why did it stop? Can we go inside? That was weird. This was really weird. So let's put in this one, this one, this one, this one, and set the time to 2. So it seemed like the whole thing just reset it. Which seems weird to me, but what you gonna do? So now if we go into the status, we can see the yellow and the green one. And if we have a look inside, you see that I'm actually rendering this whole thing in 3D and just laying it over 2 rectangles. So what it's doing, so it's like overlaying and being transparent. So this one is taking a CPU cook time of around 0.3, 0.2 milliseconds roundabout. And just to show you what I actually mean, so let's just put this one directly here. If instead we're using the this is the delay fraction, let's just put this one here. And let's use the timer fraction here. Okay, so as you can see, like just this single freaking rectangle is taking 0.6 milliseconds. And we have a second one of this, which just also takes like 0.5 milliseconds. And then we have the text taking 0.2. So the whole status window here is taking like 0.1, 0.2 milliseconds on the CPU to render, which is totally insane. That's like no way this is cool. So yeah, what instead we're going to do is we are going to write this whole thing here in GLSL. I hope so, at least. So let's begin with just a simple GLSL top. And let's also set the set it to parent panel size. And we're just going to create 2 vectors. And the first one is going to be called so it's like a delay color, and the second one we are just going to call you timer color. And the delay color should be like 1 red, 1 green, and the timer color should just be red and green. So this is really not the best way to do it. But anyway, we're going to check if the the t. If the t is greater equals 0.5, we're going to set the color equals, so the color RGB let's move this one before will be set to hue delay color, and otherwise we will set it to hue timer color. So basically what we're doing is we're going to have an error. That's okay. Basically what we are doing now is we are looking, okay, are we in the top half of the screen or are we in the bottom half of the screen? So we're writing uniform vec3 hue delay color and uniform vec3 hue timer color. And we have a syntax error. Oh yeah, because we're it's like always, oh yeah, because we're missing this one. And perfect. So now we can also change the color here. And oh, that's a high GPU cook time. We'll see. So then we're going to add a new uniform. And we're going to say hue delay fraction. And we're going to create the hue timer fraction. Okay, so we have the delay color, and what we're simply going to, so we're going to create them as a uniform float hue delay fraction and uniform float hue timer fraction. Okay, and then we're going to ask if vuv.s is suppose smaller than hue delay fraction. Oh yeah, we have to set this stuff here. Ooh, let me just see who wrote me. Okay, and if that is the case, really simple, we're just going to say color.rgb multiply by 0. And I have a typo, of course. So, all right. So now, if we change the delay fraction, you can see that we get this nice bar here. And I suppose we have to give it the other way. No, the other way was way better. Okay, and basically we're just going to do the same with timer fraction. And now we can just put in the timer fraction and the delay fraction. Yeah, we get like still 0.5. It's way too. It's just like, I don't know what's wrong with with the stuff. Let's see if maybe oh. Oh, it's both. Set to delay fraction, remove export. I mean, it's still not really fast. It's still terrible. Why does it have this like immense? Okay, so instead, we're just going to play around here. We're using a select. We're just going to take the timer fraction and the delay fraction. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a chop. You're saying, okay, RG. We're just going to feed this in here. And so we're going to just sample the input. I'm going to call this one fraction. And instead, we're going to ask for fraction.r. And we're going to ask for fraction.green. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, we're missing a T. This is behaving really weird. Yeah, but it's still not much faster. Not at all. Okay, so let's just color RGB. So instead, what we're going to try is so let's put this one back in here. Let's not say parent panel size. Let's set this one to a custom resolution. And let's say 20 by 2. Oh, that's way better. And we're just going to say we want to have the nearest pixel. Then we're just going to drop this one in here. And we're saying not use import, but we set this one to parent panel size. And again, we're going to say nearest pixel. Okay, that's better. Just begs the question, what's the problem with this one? Why do they take so long? So we can now nicely remove all of this shit. And we don't need this one. But now it's this one. Okay, this is wrong. Let's just check. Okay. It's still the same. So, okay, let's try something else. Let's put this one over. So, why is it cooking? Oh, okay, let's try something else. instead we're just going to use the null one. We're just going to set it to selective. What? Okay, no, we're just going to do something completely different. We're going to use a constant. We're just going to ask for a constant. We're just going to ask for a channel 1. Constant 1, channel 1. Okay, so now this one isn't cooking. If we put it over, we're saying, yeah, okay, we want to put this one over this one. This one. And we want nearest pixel. Okay, so the only thing we have to do now is to use a chop execute. And we are looking for the segment. And now on value change, we're just going to say op constant 1 dot par dot value 0 equals value. Okay, so this one just cooks once. And it's still horrible. It's so horrible. What the heck? Where are the CPU cook times coming from anyway? It's like... But anyway, we made it a little bit faster. Okay, so one thing I would like to do also for this one is to just give it, I mean, it's, no, I think everyone can do it in themselves. Just thinking, so if we use a widget, use the button checkbox here, no, maybe let's go into the core. Let's take the master button. And let's make this one like, I don't know, 100 by 20, or maybe 20 by 100. And let's set the button mode to toggle down. And I'm just going to take this one to the values, and we're just going to bind it. That's it. So basically, if you have more than one sequence, just copy them. And then you can use a container. Boop, 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 boop. Let's maybe set them all to fill mode, left to right. And now you can just in theory just fire the sequence from outside. Okay, but that's not what we're here for. I mean, for now, if we disable this one, it's still running because of the timer. But not because of this one. So, yeah. I'm still in love with this randomize button here. Why isn't it working though? Oh no. Still too long. Yeah, awesome. Okay. Okay, so what do we actually want to do? Boop. Let me just see. Okay, what we want to do is we want to actually use expressions in the preset system. So, because currently, I think I showed it already yesterday, but let's take an LFO here, and if we put this LFO here in this color part, and now if we drop this one here and create a preset. So the moment I recall this preset, absolutely nothing happens. Let's delete all this shit. Okay. Oh, it's way too much time. Okay, let's okay, so again. Okay, what is recalling presets? Something is actively recording presets. Is it the randomizer? No. Okay, that's insane. Oh yeah, it's my timer. I'm so stupid. Okay, let's just deactivate this one. Okay, let's come back to what I wanted to talk about. So now when I put in the reference and I record this preset, it will take the value of the expression during my record. And it doesn't matter if this one is still going or anything. So it would be nice to actually save this expression stuff. So that's not actually the hard part, to save the expression. Because the actual hard part is going to be if it is about fading to the expression value. So let's dive in. Okay, so what we're doing when we create store a preset here, we are writing in the value, the target value, and not the mode. So yeah, let's see how this is going. I'm just going to create a new window here so you don't have to see. And one of the best sites on the web is the Python, and we can just have a look at par class, at the par class, which is here. And we can already see get or set the non-evaluated expression. So we're going to need this one. And what we definitely will need is the mode, which is here. And that's going to be interesting, because the par mode is not a string for some reason. So maybe let's just have a look. Let's just print out the par mode. Okay, so what happens if we, not string, wrong language. Okay, so let's just see what happens if we, for example, let's see here, if we say OP, the red color, mode equals par mode dot expression. Oh, okay. We need to be able to set this via a string. So let me just see if we can see. Generate next value module member names. Par mode. Okay. Okay. So instead, we can also say par mode expression, I suppose. Yes. Okay. Perfect. So when we take the, just print out the mode, and we want to have the string of that. Member names, member map, that's okay. Member type. We have something like name. Yeah, perfect. Okay. What we're going to do now is we're going to also store the mode. Preset ID. P. So P for parameter. And we're going to take the name. And yeah, that's just because we're simple people. Just take the expression. So now we get a string with the mode and the expression. If the expression is empty, let's actually see what this looks like. Color D. Seems like this is just a none. There's just a none. Okay, so it's a none, no problem. So it's actually EXPR. Okay, so now we have them. Simple enough. And now comes the tricky part. Okay, so we're just storing this, so you can put it in yourself. Okay, when we create the fade, when we create the fade, we also, of course, need the mode. Let's just see where we actually can get the. Oh, I see. I see. Okay, so we're asking for the mode, and we're going to use a constant, and the expression will be just a non. So we can say the mode is the mode parameter, and the expression is the expression. Quite easy. Okay. Just wondering what I'm doing here. Oh yeah, okay, so this is just a safety measure if we're working with integers or stuff like this. So our end value is actually a float. Quite simple. Okay, so we also have to go to our recall preset. Recall preset. I see. So much stuff we have to take care of. So let's just take this here. Just implement this. Type snap. Just say mode. Mode equals mode, and expression equals expression. Okay, so we can just jump into the whole start snap thing. In this case, just going to add this one here. I have the feeling there's some easier solution to this, but whatever. Because they all have the same header. But whatever. Okay, so instead, we're just going to see what is the mode. And if the mode is constant, no problem. just set it to the value. If the, so we're just going to ask elif mode equals expression. Oh no, okay. I went totally wrong about this. Okay, so what we're going to do is, because we actually don't really care about exports or binding, because this is stuff we're not gonna touch. This shouldn't be done dynamically. It's really hard to do it dynamically. It's like, meh, really not worth the effort to take to do it. So instead, we're going to ask if mode equals expression. No, if mode does not equal expression, mode equals constant. Simple enough. So this way we are not, so if there's some way of binding, if there's any way of binding or exports, we're actually going to kill the exports, going to not kill the binding, we're just going to ignore the binding. I hope so, at least. Oh, okay, yeah, we definitely have to test that. And let me just jump in. Let's just set the color R. So mode equals par mode dot constant. Oh, okay. Okay. This is something we have to catch definitely when we set the value. Because we're killing the bind mode. And that's not really nice, because test the, so if we bind this one and set the color R, the value to something like 1, it's not a problem. So instead, yeah, so instead we cannot say, oh hey, set it to this is making stuff really hard right now. So yeah, I think we have to keep this in mind for later iterations, but I'm not going to take care of this right now. So this basically means that the expressions, the parameter you're using in the preset system should not be set to binding. It sucks in a way because it makes things difficult. Yep, we will see. We will see. We will see. We will see. Okay. So, okay. So if the mode is expression, I'm just going to say par dot mode equals par mode expression. Great. Great. Okay. Yeah, what we also have to do during the whole fading thing. No, we don't have to. We don't have to. That's really nice. So let's see if we get an... Yes, we get an error. Oh, fuck. Okay, so let's see what he's... yeah. If mode equals constant and... Okay, so let's try that. Let's just use the color R here. We want the start snap. So we're going to record that. And we're just going to set it to another value. We're going to record that too. And it's not working. Why though? Okay, just wondering something else. So if we set this one and we say OP okay. So let's export the presets just to see what exactly we've written into them. So start snap value. We don't actually care about this value. So maybe let's just, yeah, it's okay. So maybe let's just print out the mode. Just to see what happens. Oh yeah, of course, because we didn't actually use the whole thing, like the mode equals mode and the expression equals expression restored. So now let's try that again. Okay, great. This is already working. Didn't expect it to work this easily. So how about fading? This gets a little bit harder in a way. I think I have to rewrite a lot of this in a nicer way. Yeah, just thinking about this one, we're just going to use the start snap here because we already have it when we set the time to 0. So let's see where it is. The create start snap. There it is. So yeah, this one is just looking. Oh hey, is the actual time over 0? If not, just let's just create this one. So yeah, let's just take all of this here because we're already recalling it. So let's just put it here. Simple enough. So now if we put in even more references, I'm just going to record this one. Oh yeah, this didn't work. So I'm just going to overwrite this one. We're going to set it to some fixed values. So now if I set the time to 0. Ah, beautiful. Really beautiful. So now we can easily, yeah, but now if we use fading, it's not really working because of this, of course. But just gonna say, so if we go to this mode and now take this, okay, so this one is the constant. So now it should be, so let's start from white. Oh, it's so weird. What's happening here? Okay, let's do that again. So let's set this one to red, just to see what exactly is happening. We're going to record this one. Okay. And then we're going to set the expression mode here. And we're going to record this one. So now if we Okay, so the moment we set this one to a higher value, this really shouldn't be. Okay, so let's check. Let's just check and record preset. So we're just reading the mode. So let's just have a look here in the presets. Why is it only working in this case? Because, so, storing the preset. And here's the fade step. So because of this, it should actually override the current state here. So so this one should no longer be. So let's just call this one and see what's happening here. Oh. We don't have any fades. Okay. So let's do that again. Value and start value, steps taken, time in millisecond, curve, linear, preset ID, mode, expression. Okay, so let me just, we're just going to call this one constant expression. We're just going to be 2 by 1. Oh, okay. Let's just delete everything here. So again, and let's record. Now we're just going to label this one constant. And now we're going to change the mode. Record, and let's label this one expression. Okay, so now when I recall this, it works flawless. constant, 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 constant. In line 1, 2, 7. I think we can delete this now. But why though? The mode should so So during the fading, the mode needs to be constant. So maybe let's use the evaluation here. Maybe this is doing already something. Mode constant. So the question is, I think we already tried this. Base 3. Oh, I suppose because oh, okay. So maybe let's just rename the extension. Oh, now it's working. So let's. Aha, it's not overriding. Okay. I actually have no fucking clue why it's working right now. That's so weird. So we set this one to expression, set this one to 1 second. So yeah, maybe let's create an RGB channel. So we can see it more clearly. So we are going to override this one. Okay. So yeah, let's make this one also a lot slower so we can actually see exactly what's happening. So the nice thing is, the moment I press constant, it will just stop what it's doing and use the evaluation it already had. So now, this one is working already. So we have to take the fade step. And what we are going to do is we're going to ask if f mode equals expression. So if we want to evaluate an expression, we're going to say, okay, f and the end value is going to equal f expression. And we're going to evaluate that. And when we have finished, we set the mode to par mode f mode. It's not working, of course. In line 81. Let's see, 81. Okay, object not subscriptable. What? This doesn't even make sense. Not subscriptable. LP, okay, so we have to evaluate that. Oh shit. Okay. Okay, yeah. Great. Oh, that's really not. Damn it. Okay. So the problem is the expression is LFO1, but we are somewhere inside. So the moment we ask for OP LFO1, it's not. It doesn't know which freaking OP you're talking about. It doesn't have a clue. So let's have a look. If there's some way to evaluate. No, that's not what I was talking about. If there's some way to evaluate an expression from a specific place. So I know that we can use the run method. But the problem with the run is it's not returning the value. So, let's see if there's something in the TD functions maybe. Increment string, find network, create property, shown pane tscript, get no, so nothing in TD functions. Maybe something in the TDU module. Random clamp, remat, base, expand, collapse. Oh yeah, the match was something I was looking for yesterday. That's good to know. Okay, so I need to find a way to evaluate the expression. Without being inside of the parameter. So I need something like a parameter.evaluate and be able to put in the expression. I don't know. Maybe this works in a way. It would be weird. Oops. Yeah, takes no argument. So, no, this also wouldn't work. Okay, just thinking. What happens if we set the expression but not changing the mode? Damn it. So maybe there is a way to set the expression without automatically changing the mode. Okay. That's okay. This is when setting this member, this parameter will also be placed in expression mode. See mode member below. And I don't want to do that. What happens if we set the default expression? I mean, it's hacky AF. Okay, okay. And now, if we can evaluate that. No, it it's a string object. No. I mean, this would be a way to basically just create. Hi, Lucas. So this would be a way to basically create an invisible parameter just to evaluate the expression. But this doesn't sound good. No. Oh, to evaluate an arbitrary expression string that is not inside. Oh, yeah. Okay, perfect. Okay, so it seems like. Yes. Oh, yes. Evaluate. Ah, perfect. Okay. Okay, we got it. So we use the evaluate expression. So what we can do now is we're going to say f par dot owner, and now we're calling the evaluate expression and we're calling the f expression of our stack. So hopefully, okay, constant object has no evaluate expression, so let's take care of that. Oh yeah, it's eval expression. Let's clear this. Oh. Whoa, okay. Okay. Holy. I was not expecting it to get this smoothly. Okay, so let's put this one in. Let's record the expression here again. Okay, so we're going back. So maybe let's take 4 seconds for the next one. Okay. And I'm recalling the expression. So now you can see, okay, this one. Wow. Whoa. Dang, that's working nice. That's working really nice. Whew. Okay. And just for sakes, so adding 2 segments here, the constant and the expression one. And we're just going to loop this one through. Okay, and And let's put in a delay, like, just so we can see what's actually happening. Okay, so we're going constant. It's not a problem. And now we are fading to expression. And there we are. And it's like completely dynamic. Dang. I freaking love that. I dig it. So far, I think that's it for now. I will be back in a minute. We will see how it's going. Ach so, ja, das geht natürlich auch. There's still 2 people watching. Okay. Boom. Okay. So let's deactivate this. So I think it would be nice if we could decide if we want to actually do the whole expression thing or not. But the question is, do I do it on recall or on... Do I do it on recall or on save? Oh, Verzeihung. That's the question. That's a really good question. I'm just so happy this shit right. And it's even using the curves, so maybe it's let's create a new one. So clear stack, and let's just remove all presets. Just to see how this is working. So instead of this, I'm just going to create a really simple setup. I'm just going to take one channel and we're going to create a pattern. We're also going to set this one to, no, we're going to use a sign, but we're just going to use 3 samples. And we're going to create 1, 2, 3. And we're going to say the face step per channel. Okay. So this way, if we use a lookup here, okay, so let's create a new base. Create a sphere, not a sphere, circle. And no, customize component. We're just going to throw in the center here. We're just going to create an out and make this one smaller. I'm just going to copy it 3 times. So this one is going to be -2.5. This one is going to be 2.5, and this is like going to be the center position. Delete this one. We're just going to call this one center. Okay, and what we're going to do now is we are going to say for the center Y, we're going to say OP lookup 1, and we want the channel me.digits something 0 something 1 and something 3. No, it should be 2. Maybe let's decrease the amplitude to 0.5, and let's increase the speed here of the LFO a little bit. Okay, and we're going to also record this one. Going to label it moving. So now dang it. That's weird. So this one should be a ramp. So let's clear the script errors and let's go to center. Oh, and look at that. So how does it look like if we use an S-curve? Oh, look at that. This looks really nice if you use the root curve. Especially if you get out of it. So now you can imagine this to be like moving heads or something. Yeah. No. Okay, so again, let's moving center. Let's just loop through. Oh, this looks so nice. This really looks... I can just look at this. Oh, browser time. Just look at it. So I'm just wondering if we're going to use an evaluate. No, it's UI dot add pane. We take the first pane. Okay, let me have a look here at the UI class, because I think the UI class is going to give me some information about this. Panes. So there needs to be a way to get, yeah, here, current. So, okay, so pane 3 is current. And then we can owner enable boop, boop, boop. I think no, it should be in the network editor class. Straight. Huh. I'm pretty sure there's some way to register which who's currently selected. Pane glass. Maybe it's in the TI. I already had this. No, that's... Huh. Page class. What is the page class? Oh, some custom parameters. Maybe it's in the sysinfo class. No monitors. No. Show do. There is a member somewhere. Oh yeah, it's in the OP class. It should be somewhere here. Get or set the current flag, but there needs to be a way to get all the currently. Maybe it's just selected. No. So yeah, we're just going to check out the directory. To Do place OP, show network, show list. Maximize, enable, type. Huh. It's quite interesting. So what happens if we set enable to false? Oh, that's intense. That's really nice. So this way we can just disable, but that's not what I was looking for. I mean, it needs to be somewhere. So is it project OP? Maybe it's in the app class. Architecture, launch time, power. Nope. I was really expecting it to be in the network editor class. So, yeah, I think that's it for today. That's all I have for you today. See you next time, I think. Just wondering who's actually watching. So yeah, just going to release this. You can finally do this stars, expressions, and fades to them smoothly. Okay, and release. So let's save this and yeah. Huh. Goodbye. Goodbye. So far, now is the time for questions if you have any. Just post them in the chat. Because otherwise it's already pretty late. So, yeah. So, no questions. Have a nice evening, everyone. 3 people.